Hey everyone, welcome to week 2 of the summer CSA. It's really hot out there, so I hope you guys are all drinking some water. Anyways, let's start with what's in the share today. So everyone is getting a beautiful bunch of green curly kale, a bunch of parsley, a small bunch of garlic scapes. Now, scapes are delicious. They pop off of some hard-necked garlic. It's their first opportunity to put out some seeds. So anyways, it has a really great garlic flavor. You can use a whole piece from the stem all the way up to the very top. Chop it up. It's a little bit milder than a regular garlic head, but it's still delicious. Everyone is getting a bunch of scallions, a beautiful head of romaine lettuce, 3 knobs of kohlrabi. So on the kohlrabi, I talked about this in the newsletter, but most people just eat the bulb or the knob, depending on what you want to call it. And I definitely recommend skinning it before you use it. You can chop it up for sticks for dipping. You can chop it up for sticks for roasting. You can eat it raw. You can cook it. There's lots of recipes I put in the newsletter and ways to deal with it. And then the greens are kind of like a coarser kale. So I would recommend actually removing the leaves for storage, because the leaves actually desiccate the root, just like carrots. Like you'd never store a bunch of carrots with their tops on. It just wouldn't be good. And then these guys can be stored in the crisper, and they were literally stored indefinitely. So if I were to say things to rush to get to, it wouldn't be the kohlrabi. Alright, and then everyone else is also getting a bunch of dandelion greens. I use mine in, I cooked a little bit of pasta and some bacon, and then put the dandelion greens on top. Kids ate it, I ate it, it's great. Everyone is getting a head of fusion lettuce. This is a cross between a romaine and a green leaf. A bag of radishes. So this was a discussion in the CSA group, but sometimes we have crops that, due to weather or just the succession, is that we have to give up some with tops and some without tops. So last week everyone got radishes with tops, but because crop was ready, we left it in the ground for this week, we wouldn't have had radishes. So we bulk harvested them, and that's why they're in the bag. And then a bunch of Swiss chard. And this is the last chard until like November, so enjoy it. So that's what everyone is getting today. And yeah, Nancy, the lettuce is ginormous. And then the premium people are getting a bag of sorrel. This is the last sorrel until the fall. Originally on the list I had Carlton, but it wasn't looking quality enough to harvest for everyone. So instead we did another bunch of kale. This is the red Russian kale versus the green leaf kale. You can see there's a difference with color. The red Russian tends to be a little bit softer. And a bag of dill. So again, my recommendation is stuff like the radishes and the kohlrabi knobs. I would put these in the crisper, but everything else I would put back in that CSA bag and put it in the fridge. Almost everything was quite dry when we were harvesting, which is to your benefit, is when it's wet, it tends to rot a lot faster. But I never recommend putting anything in the refrigerator without a plastic bag. The air is just way too desiccating, and everything will just go quite limp. And then also, don't wash things until you actually have to use them. The bags are like really full, so it's a pretty good share. Let's see, do I have anything else to talk about? I think that's it. Obviously, my lunch hasn't kicked in yet, so my brain's not totally working. So yeah, that's the share for week 2 of the summer CSA. I hope you guys enjoy it and that you have a great week. I'm going to go drink some more water. Bye.